Hi. Hope you can see us.
Yeah.
Maybe you should get more in here. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Good.
Okay.
Well, I'm Tori.
I'm
Just so
Olivia.
you know. Yeah.
We'll do introduction stuff later. Right now we're doing childhood questions.
Okay, yeah.
Number 1, where did you grow up?
We grew up in a really crappy little town nobody's ever heard of in a really boring state.
The middle of a boring state.
Yeah, the middle. At least we're not as boring as like Idaho.
I like Idaho.
What-
I've always wanted to live in Idaho.
What's cool about them?
Nothing.
I know.
Sorry. Okay, number 2, were you a good kid?
How do you define that? What's a good kid?
This feels scripted.
Yeah, kind
Except
of.
we're copying ourselves. Sorry, ignore us for a second.
Moment of thinking out
Right.
loud. But no, seriously. Okay. A good kid. Like,
I never got in a fist fight.
I punched her brother. That's it. But, I mean,
I got called to the office.
I've never had an
I still
RTC, which is like detention. I've never had lunch detention. Never been
Oh, I
held
had
after
lunch
school.
detention.
I've never had any of those.
I can't remember what it was for anymore, which is sadder.
But,
Apparently wasn't that.
and I've never been arrested. But, I get in trouble a lot with my parents.
We got
I'm
yelled at by
mouthy.
that cop once out there.
Oh yeah, we were just chilling, like, outside in this car, and the cop was like, "You can't loiter here." One of the neighbors called, and we're like, "Dude, we are the neighbors."
So instead he told us to go to Quality Dairy.
Which has a big sign that says "No loitering." So we're like, whatever.
Okay.
Okay, worst punishment.
Alright, at my dad's house. Apparently my room wasn't clean enough for my stepmom. So, she literally took everything out of my room. I had this awesome canopy. It was beautiful. It had little fish all over it. Gone. All of my games, I always call them Xbox. My GameCube. All my GameCube games. All my stuffed animals.
That's why we hate her.
Makes me sad just to think about.
I've never really been punished. Like, I was grounded one time, but it only lasted like a half an hour. Well, like, when my friend Casey lived next door to you or whatever, I was really little. It was before she moved in. And, like, I'd wait till my mom, well, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, so my mom was still asleep, and I'd be like, "Hey, Mommy, can I go play with Casey?" She's, "Sure, go have fun." Rolls over. She totally forgets I'm grounded. So, I was grounded at 6. That's pathetic. I've never
Maybe
been
you were a
grounded.
bad kid.
I've never been grounded since, though, you know.
Well, that's...
Why does it say my name?
It doesn't. Oh, it does.
Right
Okay.
there.
What did you do during summer?
I did nothing.
I wrote this down yesterday. Swimming,
Obviously.
because
We love swimming.
yes, 2 little fish hanging with you.
Of course, because I'm the best.
No. And okay, so I was like, I still consider myself a child, so these are like my right now questions, not childhood questions. Our hobo tents.
Dude.
We built. They weren't technically tents. We got a pool ladder and put it up.
With a fitted sheet.
Yeah. And sat underneath it and took millions of pictures.
That was a great night.
And ate over Thin Mints. And
oh yeah, dude, I was eating tons of Girl Scout cookies.
we had my laptop out there
And she ate ramen noodles earlier and
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
eat them all, and she threw them out in the yard, and this skunk came and ate them while we were there, and we were all like, "Oh, don't move."
It was so scary. Of course, it was all over my Facebook status. No one knew what I was talking
Nobody
about.
ever knows what we're talking about.
That's a part of my life.
Over my summers, like, not this summer, because this summer was like the most boring
Oh my
summer
God.
I've ever had in my
Oh,
life.
and babysitting.
Yeah.
But I didn't
sucks.
feel that it needed to be included.
When we were younger, though, we'd play in my woods and pretend we were, like, stranded on islands, and we'd, like, get the berries and everything.
And there was one game we played that we absolutely loved, and it was our game. We wouldn't let anyone else play it. We
Yeah.
were little pioneer kids.
Me and my dad built this awesome little wood cabin, like, Fort Teeth type thing.
I'll show it to you sometime.
Yeah, and we, like, took Pepsi in a bowl and ate it
In
with
a bowl.
spoons. And every day we went to pick flowers in the meadow, which was this empty lot next door that had a bunch of dandelions in it.
We were inventive kids.
Then my friend came up and wanted to play, and I told her no, because it's mine and Libby's game. Go home.
Oh,
I think she cried.
So mean. I can definitely see that.
Okay, best childhood memory. Still
Alright.
a child. You
Yes,
have that written.
Yes. I'm still a child, so it was last year, spring break. I was 13. Yes, I was 13. And it was for, wait, did I ever say spring break? It was for spring break.
Cough.
And I went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which was the best place on this planet. And, well, actually I went to Florida for a week. And on Wednesday I went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
In Orlando.
The
if
best
you don't know
time
that.
of my life.
Or
And I'm
Universal Studios. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
Kind of.
But I'm gonna work there one day.
You're just gonna dress up like a nerd and be all creepy.
No, I've decided, I've narrowed it down to 3 jobs, 3 posts. I'm either gonna work
Janitor?
on the dress. I'm either gonna work on the dress. That was a good one. Oh, I'm either gonna work on the dragon ride, pressing the button that makes them shoot off. On the red one, because that's cooler. And if you don't know, go look it up online, because I don't feel like explaining it right now. But it's
Okay, Libby, come on.
Anyway,
Come on.
okay, or in Zonko's joke shop, because they have awesome uniforms.
That'd be cool.
Or in Honeyduke. They have awesome uniforms too, and I get to stare at candy all day.
Dude, I couldn't do that. I'd eat it all.
Well, you probably get a discount or something. Like, I'll
that
pay
that
for this
wouldn't be
chocolate
good for
cauldron
me.
later.
That wouldn't be good for me, Liv. I'd be like 600 pounds.
But you don't need to be fit. You're working behind a counter.
I need to be able to get out my door.
To go to work.
Alright. We're gonna run out of space if we don't get this done.
Hey,
I like talking.
theirs lasted 27 minutes, and they broke it into 2 days. We can do that.
But I see these, they're in front of me, I'm ready to
No, you
answer
don't.
them.
What's your best childhood memory? That most likely includes me.
Yeah, most likely, because I have a lot of them. I'm like trying to narrow down. I have to say one of the best is when we were in your basement. She had this old mattress in her basement, and I was just hitting puberty. And I was trying to teach her how to do the worm. And okay, for a woman just starting puberty, that hurts. So she had to try to learn by me faking it.
I can do the worm amazingly,
She
by the
can
way.
now. She can.
I was
still
showing
can't
my
do it.
movement class the other day, and they were all amazed. I'm like, oh my god.
That's like a
you
yoga
can.
class.
Yeah.
I still can't do it.
It's so much fun. Try it. Only not on concrete.
That
'cause
hurts.
That does hurt.
You scrape your knees.
And everything else.
That's what I've always noticed. I always hurt my knees. Dude, no. Actually, worst childhood memory with you. Me and your brother were racing. He was on his scooter and I was on yours.
Oh gosh.
Her scooter hated me. Every time I
It
tried
didn't
to
hate her. She hated it.
Every time I tried to ride it, I'd get hurt.
I feel like he's not pointing at me at all.
Probably not. Well, anyway, her brother and I were racing, and I was winning. I was so doing good. I was about to like beat him, and cause like he was our bully, and then it flipped me out of nowhere. I just went, pew, crash.
That's the time I ran inside.
You
Oh my
screamed
God.
and ran inside.
Okay, so this is a great memory on my part. I was freaking out, of course. I don't remember. Were you bleeding?
Yeah.
She was bleeding, so I was scared to death. I think I was crying too, just 'cause so I ran inside, and we have a screen door that slides, and then a glass door that slides, and of course the air was on, and my mom and like grandma or whatever went inside, so I like threw open the glass door, and I ran right into the screen.
So then she's crying harder.
And everyone's making fun of
Then
me.
she's trying to tell her mom Tori's hurt, and her mom's not getting the message because she's laughing at her. So I'm sitting out there, my knee has this huge gash in it, and my elbow's all scraped up, and my chin, and
It was a traumatic experience for the both of us.
Dude, talking about wrecks, I was riding my bike.
Wrecks?
Yeah, like wrecks, like car wrecks.
Oh,
and
okay.
Scooter
I was
wrecks.
thinking REX.
No.
I was like, where did that come
No, I was like maybe 11. I was riding my bike back from QD or whatever, and we had this like boat launch thing down the road, and I was driving over it, and there's a bunch of geese down there, and they're hissing at me and chasing me, so I'm looking at them, right?
Oh
And
gosh.
I do the dorkiest thing you can think of. I run into a tree on my bike. Well,
I never knew that.
yeah. Well, like a week later, they cut it down. I was so happy. I was like, huh, that teaches you. Get in my
It's
way.
probably just for you.
It probably
They're
was.
like-
That's what I always say. They're like, whoa, that's a hazard, dude. That
We
poor
saw
little
this little
girl.
girl, and so we had to cut down the tree.
Poor little girl. She was so cute. Oh, good times.
Okay, number 6. Favorite toy.
Oh, I have a lot of them.
I never had any toys.
Yeah, you did. You never
if you
liked
count
them.
games, Cookie Top.
Dude, that was our
Best
favorite.
game ever. Do you remember the rules? All I remember is like, okay, so this little
The thing is
top
going
thing,
around. You got to try to get
yeah, it had like an arm, like it was extra long. And
it. It wasn't his
spun
arm.
around.
It was his bat thingy.
Was it his stop
His
sign?
club.
It was a club.
It was a club that he was running around with, and he was gonna hit you if you tried stealing the cookies.
Yeah, and
Because he was fat, you know, like a cop.
And they had a bunch of cardboard cookies that fit in all
Different
these
colors.
slots, and you had to take them.
Because you rolled the die and it had all the different colors on it,
Yeah.
and you had to get the cookie of that color, and you had to like try to get under there without him hitting you.
Okay, it sounds so stupid. It sounds really lame.
We were in
But it
like
was so
kindergarten.
much fun.
Yeah, we were like really little. So, dude, we gotta fun. We gotta get that.
We played that game until it broke, didn't we?
No, we sold it. Mom sold it in a garage sale. We were both very angry. Well, I guess my like Squish, but he's not a toy.
Yeah, I was thinking like Dino.
Dino, yeah.
Stuff in.
Squish is like this pillow. It's like those really beanie ones, you know. He was like this big when I got him. Now he's like this big.
The laptop with the nail polish on the keys.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
It was in my